Well, hey there everybody, welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm gonna show you what I've got in my camera bag. This is the bag that I take with me to work every day. I take it with me on trips, whether it's overnight or on vacation or on a work-related program, camp, some in-town fundraiser. This is what I take to carry all of my camera gear. This is a USA DSLR something camera bag. It's about 60 bucks on Amazon. The link will be down in the description for all of the items in this bag. But this is what is in here is what I take with me for work, for leisure, and I just have this stuff available anytime I have a project. So we're gonna get right into that. I'm just gonna set it on my lap. Here in this front pouch, this is where all the good stuff is. This is where all the cameras go. And so you get a nice unzip. And you can see in there, all of my camera gear is nice and organized. I have a shoulder strap, which is the best. I have two of these actually. Often I do both photo and video work for my job. And so often I'll have one going down to my right hip for photo and one going down to my left for video. And in fact, that's what two of these cameras in here are for. First, I have the Canon 6D Mark 1, not Mark 2, with the Yongnuo 50mm prime lens. This is a full frame body. It retails for about $1,800. The Yongnuo lens retails for about $100, $150 tops. This is just my default photo setup. I also have a Sigma 70-300 f4.5 to 6.3, I believe. And so I use this to zoom if I need to take a picture of something far away, but by and large, 50 mil is where I'm at. I've just gotten so comfortable using 50. I just move my feet if I need to zoom in or zoom out. I don't have a shorter prime lens or zoom lens. These are the only two photo lenses that I have for this camera. And this camera is my photo camera. This sits on my right hip. It's for photos. I pull it up, I snap a few pics, put it down, and if I need video, I pull out this other camera that is in here. In the side pocket, I have the Canon M50. This is a mirrorless entry level. It retails it has the 15-45 kit lens. It's f3.5 to 6.3. It retails for about $650, $700, something like that. I also have the 55-200. It also typically comes in a kit with both of these lenses. So I have both. These are the two mirrorless lenses that I have. The M50, whatever that string happens to be, tends to be my video camera. It's what I normally record my YouTube videos on. Right now I'm borrowing a pair of Nikon D3300s from my church for some work projects, and that's what I'm recording on, and as well as the microphone that is up here now. That is also from my church, so that my personal work / personal mic could be in my bag to show you. But the M50 is great if you're looking for a good entry-level camera for photo or video. This does both very well. I just typically use it for video because its video capabilities, autofocus, color science, it's all way better than even the 6D, and also it's just so much smaller. So it's great. I have in here as well the battery chargers. I have an extra battery for this up in the top compartment. I have an extra discount battery. This is garbage. I'll make a separate video about why that's garbage. But I have a second battery for that. Next, I have the Rode video mic. This is not the Pro version. This might just be the Video Mic Go. I don't remember the exact model, but it's kind of the base entry level. It's a little bit smaller, bigger than the Micro, but this is what I record audio on. In fact, normally this is mounted right above my head as of last week actually, mounted above my head to record audio for these videos. So this is my default microphone, and it just sits in here as well. And that is all of my gear in this front compartment. Next, you have this tiny little compartment here. It has some spots for SD cards. Sometimes I slide a few in there just to have. I have a separate case up here. I also have in here a little screwdriver to fix my glasses if they were to break, but also it's a tiny little Phillips flathead screwdriver for camera stuff in case something were to break. Coming around here to the side, I have this little tiny pocket in here. I always keep my Apple dongle. I recently upgraded to an iPhone. I say recently, it was like December. And I have an iPad, and all the time people are needing a dongle to connect their iPhone, their Apple device to an auxiliary cable, and so I just keep this in my camera bag. I also have the body and butt cap to my Canon M50 in case I need to separate the pieces for whatever reason, like for a good picture or something. I keep those with me just in case. And then up here in the very top, this is kind of where a bunch of miscellaneous stuff goes. For example, right now I have my Mac charger. There's the brick, and there's the cable. This is how I usually record audio, especially for interviews type videos. I have my audio recorder and a little Rode lapel mic. This is such a good microphone. I love it. It's well worth the $80 price tag. And this little Sony recorder is also super handy. It was like 60 bucks, which is way cheaper than a lot of audio recorders go. I have this little plastic SD card case. It has two extra SD cards in it. This is just how I store and transport my extras. I also have one in both of my cameras at all times, so that I'm ready for a shoot. I keep a microfiber handy because my glasses and screens need to stay clean. I have my Apple mouse that goes with me basically everywhere. It's way easier to edit photo and video with a mouse than with a trackpad, in my opinion. I have little side pockets here. I have a spare battery for my 6D in one, and in the other I have the body cap for my 6D and the butt cap for my Yongnuo lens. Again, in case I decide to separate those bodies, I like to keep the right butt and face caps with the right lens and body. I have a couple Mac adapters. This actually reminds me that this SD card needs to go to my church because it's where it belongs. For a USB 3.0 and SD cards for my Mac. I have a multi-tool so that if I need a knife or a screwdriver, this is in my backpack at all times. Compression gloves because being on the computer all the time causes problems. Then up here I have a HDMI to USB Type-C adapter so that I could dual screen my Mac if necessary. And then I have the included Lightning to USB-C iPhone charger that came with my iPhone 12. And that stays in my camera bag so that I'm always ready to charge my phone. And with that, all that stuff can go back later. I'm going to close this bag up. Sidebar. When you get a camera bag, always zip your pockets. Cannot tell you the number of times I've left this pouch open, lifted up my backpack, and dropped a lens or two on the ground, or this other side pocket where my laptop goes. Can't tell you the number of times I dropped, actually I can, 3 times. 3 times I dropped my former laptop onto concrete. Just because this wasn't zipped, and I thought it was, because I assumed past Brandon would have zipped it, and past Brandon assumed that future Brandon would do it. So now, anytime I take my laptop out or put it back in, I zip it up. But back here's my MacBook. It's a 16-inch 2020. I got this, or 2019. I got this in May of 2020. It's great. It's how I edit my videos. It's how I do all of my personal YouTube stuff. And then back here, there's this extra little pouch with this nice little Velcro. That's normally where I stick my iPad if I need it for work or for church. I never need it for personal stuff. But that is my camera bag and what I carry with me. That's actually basically all my camera gear. Throw in a couple lights like I have here, this boom pole, this tripod. I have a couple other tripods at work and lights at work and things at church. Because at this point, all of my gear is spread out between my house, my work, and my church because everybody's borrowing it all. What are you doing? My watch thought I was exercising when I'm actually just gesticulating. That's how vigorously I talk with my hands. But that's what I carry with me everywhere. I take it to work. I take it on trips. I take it on vacation, just so I always have my camera gear in case I need or want to do something. I'm always ready. So if you have any questions about the gear that I just showed you, you want to know some tutorials, some reviews, some more information about any type of camera gear, leave those questions in the comments down below. And tune in next week because I actually have a new camera coming in the mail tomorrow that I'm super excited about. And I can't wait to show it to you guys. I wish it was this week's video, but it just didn't get here in time. In the meantime, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later, nerds.